Okay, time to have a good workout today. Can't wait. Today's the day I get below 320. You know, I've been trying for so long. Man, this is the day. This is the day I get on. All right, let's go. I did it. Finally did it. I know I'm past 320. I just know it. Let's get on the scale. 330? How I get to be more weight than I did when I started? This doesn't make any sense, man. Every time that I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, it never works out. I just can't get this weight off. I'll never get it done. Today was supposed to be the day that I saw a big breakthrough, and it just won't happen. I just can't get anything to happen. I'm tired of this now. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this. I'm done. You know, I was gonna go upstairs and have an orange, but I decided I'm gonna eat this orange candy instead because this will make me feel better. Because I don't care what I eat, but none of it's working. I'm gonna have this orange candy. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not working out anymore. You can forget this. I ain't working out no more. Forget it. So Renee, I couldn't help but overhear what you were going through from upstairs, and I just thought that we really needed to talk about the way that you really feel about weight loss. So the first thing I want to do is just talk about how you really feel about it, emotionally responsible, and your actions. Second, I like to talk about how these feelings may be harmful to your way of looking at things. I also want to take a look at the musts that you have. I don't know if you ever heard this term, but it sounds like there's a series of things going on. And they must happen. Something in your head, these goals that you have, they must happen, or else you'll never be happy. And I'd like to challenge some of those in hopes that you'll see that life goes on, and certain things are just a struggle. Certain things are just a longer process. Don't get done in one day. I just want to help you with some of these beliefs because I feel like you'll benefit from it. And after we identify some of these musts, I'd like to go through disputing some of them in hopes that you'll see that it's not always life or death. Some of these things you can accomplish at different timetables, not always a timetable you set the first time. I'd like to reinforce what you want from these things. So if we change these musts and decide that, well, maybe we can do something a little bit different, maybe it doesn't exactly have to go this way, then we can reinforce what you'd like to have. And this way we can say, okay, it's not happening this way, but I'd like for it to happen that way. Thus, we can figure out a better way, better attack without it being all or nothing. Well, I'm not sure why you were listening to my conversation or me talking to myself. I mean, I'm actually in the basement for a reason because I like to work out alone. I don't even open the windows in the basement because, I like to do this on my own, and I feel like I don't want any outside distractions. It's almost like I'm hybrid, But anyway, I don't know. Yes, it is my thing. No one else has made it so dire that I lose except me. But part of that is because I've seen some results before, and I just thought that I had everything that it took to get it off and get it off in my time. I go through a lot of things and a lot of workout exercise, programs, and they try to get you to lose a pound or two a week. I don't need that. I can lose 5. I lost 5. I just recently lost 19. Okay, just because I decided it was time to. I don't need that. I need 1 or 2 pounds. Okay, so I'm gonna go full bore. And when I go on a treadmill for an hour, okay, at 8 incline, 7 speed. I expect to lose 5 pounds. That's just it. And if I don't lose it, then it was a waste. It was a total waste, this whole thing. Yeah, I don't understand what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But I'm done. I'm going to eat that orange candy. Okay, Renee, so I think I heard what you were trying to say. You have been working out really hard for a long time. You've seen some results, and something, I'm not sure what, has gotten you back to the point where you're ready to lose some more weight. Feeling like now's the time to get it done again. And thus, after losing, maybe getting some progress in the last week or so, you thought that this workout was going to propel you to new heights. Is that it? So, if we could use maybe the ABCs, okay, this is a therapeutic technique as a part of rational emotive behavior therapy, which is what I'd like to practice. You're saying that the A, activating it, is that you went on the treadmill in hopes of losing 5 pounds. And this 5 pound weight loss was going to be monumental in some kind of way. And when you didn't achieve that, you got angry, right? And now you feel like this is not working. B, okay, is your belief system. Your belief is that if you work out for 60 minutes on a very high incline and a very high speed, especially for someone your size, that you should be able to lose 5 pounds because you've done it before and it should have happened today. That exact exercise was supposed to work and it didn't. You didn't see what you wanted to see on the scale, and now you're ready to give this whole thing up. And I have to tell you that that's a bit of an irrational belief, especially for someone that's lost a lot of weight in the past. Let's try dispute. Right? So out of A, B, C, and let's try to dispute some of these things. So first I want to say, do you really have to do an hour on the treadmill to yield the same results? There are various ways to lose weight, but if you want to choose this one specifically, does an hour at that same incline speed, does it have to equal the same result each time? Maybe that one way doesn't have to be one. Yeah. If you didn't do an hour, would that mean that you'll never lose weight again? The belief that you won't lose weight if you don't do that exact exercise for that exact time is what I want to challenge. Maybe today was the day to rest. And also, let's talk about this candy. I'm not sure why you chose a random orange candy, but if that's the thing that is threatening yourself, for one, it's a small thing. It's a small candy, yes. But it could lead to you deciding that other things you're just going to do. You're just going to not care about the consequences and do it. And we don't really want that behavior. Let's dispute the fact that eating this orange candy will make you feel better about not achieving today's weight loss. A new effect, meaning a new way of looking at these beliefs. So let's try something like, I will do what I can on the treadmill and stop having such a strict goal. You will lose weight because it's important, not because today's hour was, okay? Meaning, let's remember that there's a bigger goal than the 5 pounds. Let's try saying that today's 5 pounds is not the sum total of my entire goal. That eating is a part of your life, but you decided that weight loss is more important. So you'll balance the two and not use one against the other, right? So if you don't have a good workout, eating is the penalty. But it only affects you. It doesn't affect the treadmill. It doesn't, you're not hurting the scale. Let's not awfulize this experience, okay? Because at the end of the day, not losing 5 pounds today is not a threat on your life. Okay? It's not a threat to your well-being in the long run. It's only a way to gauge maybe how far you've come and maybe to do some things a little different. I also want to praise you for your hard work. So I think we systematically talked about some of these beliefs that you have, okay, on weight loss goals and what today's workout may or may not have meant and how it will affect things moving forward. Those are all the beliefs that I hear that you can work on. If you believe that this is constructive, then I would like to challenge you to stop with the self-limiting belief patterns. Okay? I don't want you to try and be a perfectionist. I want you to dispute perfectionist beliefs. Today's workout, somehow 5 pounds would have been your perfect workout. And when it didn't happen, you got angry. Discomfort, anxiety. What discomfort anxiety is you're angry that you didn't produce what you wanted to produce on a treadmill. Thus, something has caused that. Meaning either the workout didn't go the same way or the treadmill wasn't working right. I don't know what it was. But your ego anxiety took over as you felt like this has worked in the past. I've done this before. I've done this in the past. It's my fault that this didn't happen. Okay? So I see you struggling with the both of them. It's either the workout didn't work for you or you didn't work for you. I got on the treadmill. I felt good. It felt really good. I felt like today would be the day. I barely ate yesterday. I didn't want to gain any weight. I barely ate, and I got some sleep, and I was ready to get this done. It just has happened like that every time. So yes, it's hard for me to take what happened to me, but I guess you're right. It's not the end of the world. The day is still young. I could even go and do a different exercise. So yes, the initial issue, I guess, is yes, I didn't lose the 5 pounds, but what I believe is that exercise should have been able to get it done. So I do have a hard time normally getting back on a horse, so to speak, on something that I thought was going to go my way didn't go my way. This one, I've tied it to so many different things, so many different goals. This one goal is part of so many different things. Oh man, it takes so long to explain it. But the point is that you're right. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that orange candy is going to change something. But like I said, it was either going to be an orange. It was really going to be an orange at first. But I just thought I could screw myself if I just got the orange candy instead. Like, I just deserved the orange candy. I deserved it. My stomach deserved it. But this is the problem in my brain right now. I can't get these things out of my mind. I can't stop doing things to damn myself. Because when the first thing doesn't work, I'm having a hard time dealing with it. Because I thought that I had it all lined up. Let's try some techniques, some homework. Okay, first I want you to identify the pattern that you're going through. Okay, I heard you say that, you've been working at this for a long time, and this goal means so much to you, and it kind of hinges on so many other goals, and, I want to kind of rework why each one of these outlier goals that have to do with your weight loss goal are so important. So let's make a list of those goals that have to do with weight loss and why they're so important, what they mean. Let's kind of put them into, let's get them in a category. Let's identify underlying self-defeating core beliefs. Okay, so the things that are deep within you, whatever you've grown up thinking, whatever you've heard, whatever your environment has preached. I want you to list any rational support for the belief that you have. Meaning, if you believe that this weight loss is so important, tell me why. If you believe that these other goals are so important for this weight loss, tell me exactly why. Tell me other ways that you could benefit from it not happening. Meaning, if that didn't happen, okay, well, maybe I can do this. I want to hear that maybe I can do this part. And know any truth to those beliefs. Any truth to the belief that something should have happened. Why is today's 5 pounds so important? I want you to list the worst things that can happen if this didn't happen. And then I want you to recite them. I want you to challenge your beliefs, okay, by disputing them and reciting vigorously why it's okay that this didn't happen to you. Why not losing 5 pounds today is not the end of the world. Record your beliefs, and then I want you, and we're going to together go over this and find some new way of living. Okay? I want you to repeat it to yourself. Listen to it. Okay? Maybe you want to record it if you don't want to write it down. Record it. Listen to yourself talk. And then the last part, which has to go once again with this damn orange candy. Okay? I want you to withhold desirable activities. My job. My job will now be to assess your homework. Okay? How well did you apply the lessons that we learned? Then we're going to target the problem that you show the ABCs all over again. Okay? Especially for some of the newer things that you may have shown in your homework. So it's my job to continue to enforce this, continue to make you understand what it is we're really trying to do, okay? And to motivate you. We just want you to not be so rigid, okay? I just want you to decide that it's not the end of the world all the time. We're not going to be so rigid. We're going to get back on that course, okay? So I believe you. I'm going to answer all your homework questions. I'm going to listen to your target responses, new things to work on, new homework issues, okay? And that's how we're going to try some cognitive techniques. We're going to dispute some double standard. Kind of flip the script here and say, if this was somebody else, would you be as hard on them as you are on yourself? The catastrophic thinking and perspective. The whole, when you said, this is not worth it, not doing this anymore. Okay? You decided that it's the end of your weight loss journey so we're going to create a scale, 0 to 100, on where the situation really is in the scale. I'm going to inject some things like, of course, 100 being death. You're not dead. That's what devil's advocate, which means I'll just change this thing around. I'll be you from what I'm hearing. I'll be you, you be me, and you hear how you sound from the outside. Reframe something. Okay? Change your perspective on issues. Show how it can be a source of strength. How your 60-minute workout. Okay, maybe you lost some inches today. Speak of that. We're going to try a little bit of imagery. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to imagine you in your life as it would be if you took the stance you took today. It's over. Weight loss is done because I didn't get what I needed on the scale today. What's that going to look like? So try some behavioral techniques. Exposure. Okay? Let's do shame attack. You'll work out to an audience. And maybe you need someone else to see how hard you work. Some risk taking. Treadmill is a safe place for you. Maybe there's another way. You have this Bob Harper beat, don't you? And it's tough. You tried it when you were a little bit bigger, and it's tough. Since you lost a little bit of weight, have you tried it again? Paradoxical behavior. Maybe you'll open the windows and work out. Maybe if you see some sunshine after you've worked out, maybe not all is lost. Post gratification stuff, kind of like that damn candy. I guess a lot of my beliefs have been a little bit rigid in the past, so it's just time to try new things. I feel like you really care about it. I feel like you really care if this works. Because my goals are worth attaining. They're worth attaining while being good to myself. So I will do that. I will work on that homework. I will take into account all the things that I believe, all the activating events that cause me some stress, and we'll work on finding better consequences to deal with them. And first things first is, like say, I pat myself on the back. I have a good workout, weight loss or not. I'm going to sit for a while. I'm not going to do certain things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a damn orange over that damn candy. Orange candy, orange.